Good morning and welcome to another Mindful May, day 7. So this is a rather impromptu discussion because this morning I went online to do a morning workout that I do with some ladies online, and there just was something askew within my body that I couldn't quite put my finger on. So in true me fashion, I decided, right, I'm just going to stop, I'm going to pause, I'm going to take a moment, I'm going to feel into my body and try and figure out what it is that's going on in my body this morning, what my body needs this morning. So rather than starting off our morning workout with the usual warm-up, we went with a little bit of myofascial unwinding. If you're interested in myofascial unwinding, I'll pop a link to a video that I've done on it. It's an incredible way to open up the fascia in the body where a lot of trauma and trapped emotions and energy can get stored, but it's also a beautiful way to explore your body and what parts of your body need attention and need a little bit of self-love. So I did some of that this morning, and boom, all of this kind of fight-flight energy started moving throughout my body, and for me it manifests in tremoring in my arms and through my legs. And I recognize all of these signs as trapped fight-flight energy because I work so closely and diligently with my body every single day. So rather than going full-blown into a workout this morning, I listened to my body. I allowed for that energy to come through. I listened to the impulses in my body. And as a result of that, I've been able to discharge some of this fight-flight energy that was trapped within my body. So I decided this morning that we would take a little moment to scan our bodies to try and identify what's going on for us personally within our bodies. And as I say, this is a practice that can take lots of time, especially if we've spent years being kind of disassociated from our bodies, which a lot of us do, because none of us want to experience pain. It's it's suffering ultimately. So we often dissociate or numb or space out or find things to distract us from feeling what's present within our bodies. So I'd really love for us to take a little moment this morning to feel into our bodies and to just notice what's present within our bodies. And we're going to do this through a little body scan. So I'm just going to take you through scanning the body. If you're interested to know how to work with that particular energy within your body or what it particularly means for you, I am going to be running a 30-day nervous system, befriending the nervous system course that I'm in the process of setting up. And I would love to guide any of you through that process. It's truly empowering to listen to the wisdom of your body, to understand it and to work with it rather than fighting against it the whole time. So on that note, let's start with the breath, because everything begins and ends with the breath. So wherever you are right now, just settle yourself and perhaps close down your eyes if you feel safe to do so. If it's not safe to, just try and soften your gaze a little bit. And then let's just bring our attention to our inhales in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you're unable to breathe through the nose, that's absolutely fine. It's just really preferable to breathe through the nose if you can. It's much more soothing for the nervous system. It's much more healthy than breathing through the mouth, but that's a whole other subject. So following your inhales and your exhales, as we've done before in the previous days, just noticing where your breath lands within your body, whether that be your belly or your chest. There's no wrong or right here, okay? Just allow for yourself to just drop into your breath, drop into your body. Excellent. And with your next exhale, just see if you can allow for your body to just soften and surrender into whatever you're sitting upon right now or standing upon. Imagining that your exhale is like a waterfall, a cascade of beautiful rainbow-coloured water just washing away all your stress and your tension. Excellent. On your next inhale, following your breath, taking it up to the area just behind your forehead. And allowing for your breath to explore the area around the top of your skull, behind your eyes, underneath your eyes, around by your temples. So inhaling into that area and just exploring what is present for you in that area right now. Is there any tightness, tension? Perhaps there's an openness, expansiveness. There's no right or wrong. It's simply what is present for you right now. Perhaps there's a heat or a coolness. Perhaps there's colours, images. Always coming back to your breath. Excellent. Now let's follow the breath and take it down a little bit into the area around our jaw. So perhaps following the inhale as it goes down through the back of your nose and lands within your mouth and the back of your mouth. And then allowing for your awareness to just expand into your jaw, your lower jaw, your upper jaw. Seeing if you can use your exhale to just allow for your lower jaw to just soften and hang. I find it helps if you place your tongue on the roof of your mouth, which actually stimulates loads of meridians, which helps energy flow throughout your body. But again, another subject. But if you can place your tongue onto the roof of your mouth and staying with your deep inhales and your long exhales and allowing for your exhale to soften all around your lower jaw. The masseter muscle, which is the muscle around our jaw, is one of the strongest muscles in the body. And far too often we use it for non-beneficial reasons, i.e. clenching our teeth, preventing ourselves from expressing our truth. But also the clenching of teeth can be a sign of trapped fight energy within our body. So let's just see if we can just loosen the jaw and perhaps allow for your breath to just travel round to the base of your skull. And it may even help if you just place your hands here. Just place your hands on the base of your skull. Allow for your hands to just support and hold your head for a moment as you breathe into that area. And just bringing your awareness to any tension or tightness. Sometimes the body speaks to us if only we are willing to listen. So maybe just take a moment to listen. Is there anything your body wishes to share with you? Is there anything it needs? Are there any impulses? And by that I mean, is there anything that wishes to be expressed? Is there any noises or sounds or swear words even? Perhaps with your next exhale, just vocalize, and really open up your mouth. And now let's follow the inhale down into our throat area, being we're moving on to expression. And again, I'm bringing my hands here. It often helps to bring your hands to the area that you're bringing awareness to. It just helps to deepen that awareness. Okay, I've got some kind of screaming energy coming through. That's still a little residue fight energy, I believe, in my body. So just bring in your attention to this area, following your breath down into your throat. What is present for you here? And this is often where a lot of energy gets trapped. We have these barrels, our torsos, where all the energy moves around freely. And then it comes up to this bottleneck here. And this is often where we suppress it. So seeing if you can use your exhale to just soften around your neck, and seeing if there's anything that needs to be expressed. And then let's follow the inhale down into our upper chest area and into our arms. So following the breath down, allowing it to drop into these areas. Again, perhaps using your hands to really deepen your awareness. What's present for you here? We often hold the weight of the world on our shoulders. Can you allow for your exhale to just soften and loosen? Noticing what's present for you within your arms, your hands, your fingers. Is there any tingling or activation or energy? This could potentially be a sign of unprocessed fight energy. Again, listening to your impulses, perhaps moving them, shaking them. Or bringing a little love to them by stroking your arms. Fabulous. Now, following the breath down into the heart space. This is your physical heart space, but also your energetical heart space, where we give and we receive love. So just really trying to use your breath to explore this area, to expand the chest. Just noticing if there's any movement, activation, tightness, restriction. Noticing if you're feeling any kind of resilience or an unwillingness to do this practice. Quite often resistance is a sign of somewhere where we really need to go and spend some time and find out what's going on. So just taking a few moments, feeling into the front and to the back of your chest space. Fabulous. And now dropping the breath and following the breath down into our tummy area. Seeing if you can use your breath to expand your tummy and your diaphragm, which is the muscle that just sits beneath our lungs and separates our lungs from our tummy matter. And just noticing what's present within your tummy area. Now, because we're breathing and bringing our attention here, you may start to notice the gurgling, the I want breakfast, the digestion of food. You may notice rumblings, discomfort. Perhaps there's so much expansiveness in this area. Again, there's no right or wrong. It's whatever is present for you. And just doing this practice allows us to drop into our body and listen to our body's wisdom. What does our body need from us right now? What is our body trying to tell us? So often we ignore the body and its messages, and it keeps getting louder and louder and louder until it screams at us, usually in the form of illness, disease, pain. But if we can do this practice and tune into the subtle messages that our body's trying to give to us, we can intervene and give our body what it needs before it has to get to that stage. Excellent. And now dropping the breath all the way down into our pelvic bowl, into our bottoms, into our genitalia, into our legs, and all the way down to our feet. Again, if you're noticing any energy activation within the legs, this could be a sign of flight energy. that needs to process. Now we hold so much, us women particularly, in our hips. So I'm going to actually move into a position of being on all fours here in kind of like the child pose, because I want to give my hips some space so I can really breathe into them. Okay, so I'm just going to try and position myself. So sending your breath all the way down to your hips. What is present for you? Perhaps your body's calling for you to move, to open. Excellent. And when you're ready, just coming back to focusing in on the inhale in through the nose and out through the mouth. And let's do 3 big inhales and long exhales together. And for the last breath together, we're going to do a physiological sigh. So 2 inhales, we're going to do 1 inhale, and then a sniff, and then a long vocalized sigh on the exhale. And when you're ready, perhaps just bringing a bit of movement to your fingers and your toes. And opening your eyes if they're not already open, just orienting yourself in your surroundings. And how are we feeling? Was there anything that came up for you during your body scan? Now that was a very brief, quick body scan because I am trying to keep it to 7 minutes, even though this is much longer than 7 minutes, I'm sure. To do that practice on a longer, more in-depth scale, I do believe I've done a video which is on my YouTube channel, so I'll share that as well. But it's a really beautiful practice to just drop out again of the monkey mind into the body and listen to your body's wisdom, find out what's going on for you, and then respond accordingly. Give your body what it needs. When we work with our body rather than against it, that's where the harmony comes, you know? Anyway, on that note, I'd be really interested to hear if any of you want to share what you discovered, if there was anything that arose for you during that body scan. I'd really love to hear about it. And yeah, as I say, if you're interested in learning more about what these particular body sensations and impulses and felt senses mean for you and for your nervous system, this is something that I teach and mentor on. So do drop me a message if you're interested in that, and I can send you some more information. Anyway, love you all very much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.